Hi, everybody. This is Steve Maggi from SMA Law Firm. Welcome to a new edition of Building the Bridge, a special one because we have Vitoria Nabas from Gunner Cook, based in the UK, an amazing immigration attorney with us today. Thanks for joining us, Vitoria.
Thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here.
So the big question is now Brexit and post-Brexit, I guess we call it now. What does the immigration situation look like now in the UK?
Well, it has been absolutely an amazing journey. 5 years since Brexit was voted, and now we finally finished all the kind of period of grace or anything. So we are now in really post-Brexit. There's nothing that we can talk about European legislation anymore. Everything is about English or British law, and all the rules now are based on the immigration rules. So a lot of people still asking me, oh, and I am European, can I still go to UK? No, the Europeans are not allowed to live here anymore as in the past. And Europeans need a visa as much as Americans, as much as South Americans, as much as any part of the world. We have now only one kind of situation. Everybody's the same. What was not in the past, the Europeans had a special situation. So post-Brexit has been a very big challenge because people are still not accustomed to this situation of needing a visa to live here.
I know that your firm does a lot of business immigration. So what happens to those people who had existing visas under the previous regime? Are they grandfathered in? Do they have a certain amount of time to adapt their status based on the new regulations? How do they transition?
Well, they had the time. The time finished now on 3rd of June. We had 2.5 years because it started in 2018 to 2019. And we had 2.5 years to adapt everybody. Some people missed the deadline because we are now getting the I would say the belated ones, and it's very complicated because they don't fit in any category of why you are late. You can see kids late because parents forgot, elderly late because they are not computer savvy,
Right.
and these are very easy to be justified. But a person that has absolutely no reason to be late, it's very complicated. But we had 2.5 years to be able to adapt to the new legislation and do what we needed to do, and now it's over.
So for those clients that you've helped in the past, pre-Brexit, you tell them now, forget what the regulations were, forget what the requirements were. This is the new set of requirements. We have to comply with these new rules and regulations.
Yes, and this also is for companies that are hiring these people because there are new ways to check the legality of the individuals. Imagine that for many, many years, I'm almost 20 years in the UK, you go to work for you, Steve, and I just needed to present my European passport. That was nothing else I needed to present. The European passport was enough to prove that I had the right to live here and work here. Now it doesn't work like this. There are many ways that you need to do to prove that you are legal to work in the UK. And even companies are confused because it's everything too recent.
Yeah, I guess it's sort of like being an American immigration lawyer now. We've always had the same laws, and they do apply differently based on where people are from, but we've never had just people coming in from all the Americas with their passports. Obviously, it's been a lot more restricted. So now I think that there's more of a parallel between the US system and the British system. What do you think going forward? What's the message that you have for people that are interested in potentially setting up their businesses in the UK or bringing their family members to the UK?
There are different kind of visas if you are a business person or if you want to set up a business here. And doesn't matter where you're from. So if you are from Europe or from the Americas, there's always kind of visas that you can have here because you're setting up a business here. And family, until you are 18 years old, and partners, doesn't matter the sex, you are always absolutely fine to get a visa to live here. What I am worried is that we are now starting a very much shortage of employee spirit. That is something amazing. Today, it was launched by Reuters that we are without any unemployment people. There is 4.8 unemployment rate here. This is the same amount before pandemic. So we are back in the same number pre-pandemic. And this number is confirmed by the government. That means these people are people that normally don't get employment. people that are living on some kind of benefits, social benefits, people that do not want to work, they're sick. It's a regular number that since I've been here, is considered like full employment, 4.8%. And we don't have Europeans coming as they used to be. So we start having shortage of employees coming to UK. But
Right.
this
So
is
in other words, it's tapped out in terms of the talent that's available now. But what happens if you have new positions to fill and there's nobody to fill them? How do you do it without bringing in individuals from the rest of the world, right?
well, that's now what's going to happen. People and companies are going to start bringing foreigners to work here. And the beauty, and I see this as a beauty, is that now everybody's in the same level.
Right.
So an American can competing with a French in the same level. In the past, I was completely unequal. It was very difficult. You American be competing, me Italian, because I was always in advantage. I didn't need a visa.
Right.
Now it's much equal. Everybody is going to compete in the same level, and it's going to be only on your capacity, on your kind of qualifications. And then we will choose an American, a Brazilian, a French, or a Portuguese. Everybody's going to be in the same level. And I think this is good.
Because all things being equal before, employers would simply choose the easiest path, which would be to take that Italian person because they don't have to worry about all the paperwork and the sponsorship. But now they really can focus on quality.
Definitely. In the past, it was very difficult for anyone that needed a work visa to get a work visa when you had to convince the company that you were so much better than the other ones that didn't need a visa. Now, everybody needs. So the company is going to say, who is really the best? And I think this is probably the best thing that happened from Brexit, or maybe the only thing that happens from Brexit. I'm sorry, I'm very skeptical with Brexit. I didn't vote for Brexit. I'm against, but that's the reality. We are leaving Brexit.
That's a very positive spin. So if you're an employer in the UK, for example, or you're a foreign entrepreneur, or you have family members overseas, any of these scenarios, and you have questions to ask because you're not familiar with the new regime, how do people get in touch with you, Vitoria?
Well, you can get in touch with me by email or via my telephone in my office. Email is normally easier because we can set up a time to talk via Zoom, via telephone, whatever way you prefer. And also, I would like to stress here, I speak Spanish and Portuguese. Portuguese is my main language where I'm from. Spanish also I speak. And we have in our team other languages also that we speak fluent, because in my team, I have 4 more solicitors. That's how attorneys are called here in the UK. We are called solicitors. Really weird. But we have other languages we speak also. So sometimes it's good for people to understand that you can speak your own language to bring your problems and happen to be like the best, what they prefer to do it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for spending time with us today, Vitoria. I appreciate your knowledge and your time.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much, Steve. And I'm here if you needed to have any questions like answered, please get in contact.
Sounds good. Thank you.